When it comes to PC gaming, the vast majority of us buy our games digitally these days. The one downside of buying digital games on any platform, though, is the fact that you can't resell your games once you're done with them. But could that be about to change?
Robot Cache is a new storefront for PC games. It's a straight competitor to the likes of Steam, which absolutely dominates the PC gaming space, describing itself as the first decentralized PC video game distribution platform. The main heading on the Robot Cache website front page reads, "We're disrupting the video game industry. Come join us." Founded by games industry vet Brian Fargo, boss of In Exile Entertainment, it promises a few things, including a bigger cut of the sale of new games to publishers. Robot Cache will give publishers up to 95% of the sale value of new games, compared with the 70% they get on Steam. But the biggest and most tantalizing prospect for gamers is the promise we can sell on our digital games once we're finished with them, as long as they were purchased on Robot Cache in the first place. When a player resells a game, they'll get 25% of the proceeds from that sale in the form of Robot Cache's own type of cryptocurrency known as Iron. 70% from the sale will go to the publisher, while the last 5% will presumably go to Robot Cache itself.
How is it said Robot Cache or Robot Cache? Because I would say Robot Cache, because that word, that's how I pronounce it. I mean, it sounds right, Robot Cache. I mean,
yeah. Well, being Welsh, it's very hard for me not to say Robot Cache.
Cache, which certain other implications.
I think what I'm saying is people should just be grateful for how I'm saying it.
I mean, it might turn out to be Robot Cache in the end. You know what I mean?
Maybe it is.
Cache is shit in Welsh. Do English people know that?
No.
Cache is shit in Welsh. The main caveat to all of this, as you may have noticed, is that it's built around cryptocurrency. Robot Cache's own form of cryptocurrency at that. So players won't be getting straight cash sum. The Iron cryptocurrency earned from reselling can be used to purchase other games on the site, and users can opt in, as with all your favorite cryptocurrencies, to mine for more cryptocurrency through the Robot Cache client. The platform's DRM is based on blockchain, something that forms the absolute basis of all cryptocurrencies. In very basic terms, blockchain is a technology that lets a global network of computers manage a database that records transactions. The digital rights to Robot Cache's games will be stored using this blockchain technology and transferred to the game's new owner whenever a resale is made.
Players will be able to cash out their Iron cryptocurrency if they want, but that is something that Robot Cache is still working on. The Iron currency itself is based on the Ethereum cryptocurrency ERC20, and there's a ton of info about it over on the official website. There'll be a link in the description. The service is due to go live in Q2 of 2018.
So you can cash out on Robot Cache. See, it makes sense. Robot Cache, Robot Cash out.
I think
that's
like cache, like CACHE cache is like a computing term, isn't it? So that's kind of, it probably is cache, but that's not what the news story is. The news story is that there's
cache away. They say that on some TV show.
Sachet.
Sachet.
That's the thing.
I know, yeah, I'm just making it up.
Oh, right, okay, sorry. This is maybe a natural response to the outright dominance of Steam and the fact that you can't trade in digital games. And apart from a website, Greenman Gaming, that's the only case I can think of that's tried anything like this before. Greenman Gaming did have, or still has, for as far as I'm aware, kind of a digital trading service, so you can kind of trade in your digital games somehow and you'll get a discount off other games, but it's not great. This does feel like a bit more of an aggressive move forward. The way that their website is like branded in the words, like we read off some of the quotes of the website and the voiceover there for you to just give you a flavour of what they're trying to do here. It's trying to be a bit like subversive and disruptive and decentralized and things like that. That's the kind of cryptocurrency language that's floating around, because it dissipates the power and the balance of things to everyone, because it's built around the network rather than one company or entity or person. It's going to have its audience. People are going to definitely jump on this, I think.
It raises a lot of questions for me, and really interesting questions as well, because it's based on the kind of cryptocurrency technology, right? So it works the way that Bitcoin works. So does that mean that it's going to be like volatile like Bitcoin is, and the currency that you receive, is that going to be subject to going up and down in value the way that Bitcoin does? I mean, that's the first question. Is this currency only going to be used on this store? Can you cash out cache out on in different places? That's another question. But the potential to resell your digital games is something that's really interesting to me, because I can't be the only guy who's got like hundreds of games in their Steam library just sitting there that I'll never play, I've hardly ever played, and it's just worthless to me now. Whereas if I bought them using Robot Cache, I could cash them out. All right, I'm only getting 25% of the proceeds for reselling them, but that's worth something, right? You could cash them out, buy a new game on the platform. You could, it's like a trade-in thing, isn't it? You trade in 4 or 5 old games for something new. That proposition it's got to be exciting for a lot of people out there who, like I said, like me, might have loads of games in their library just sitting there going to waste.
I think one thing that's absolutely clear is they do want to, even though you can cash out, they do want to keep people in this ecosystem, and that's how they've been able, if you ask me, to be so kind of aggressive and appealing to both the publishers by saying, oh, you're going to get 95% of the proceeds from new sales, and going to the gamers, oh, you can resell your digital games. So they're both very appealing ideas, but they've built that around their own cryptocurrency, which is built almost like in-store credit or something. You know what I mean? It's like just like it is in retail. If you trade in a few games, you'll get like a credit note to spend in store, and it, you know, functionally for a lot of people who use this, it'll basically be the same as that. It's interesting because the other big selling point to publishers is the fact that they'll get money from the second-hand sales as well, and not even like half of it. They'll get most of it. They'll be getting 70% of the second-hand sales. That's
as much as you get for first-hand sales on Steam.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's huge. That's a huge implication.
It certainly is going to be something to keep an eye on for sure. If you're not interested in this yourself, it's definitely worth kind of following in the news and stuff in the future, just to see what happens and to see how this might affect other services like Steam. Steam has reacted to competition in the past by introducing services, you know, when Origin came along and stuff like that, and did a few things there, like with returns, I think, and things like that, like if you weren't happy with the game. Then Steam did that as well, so they are alert to things like this. It's going to be interesting to see if and how Valve respond to this.
So because the technology is untested, we're not quite sure how it's going to work. Could it really rival Steam though? If everything works out and people get, devs are on board with it, gamers are on board with it, because there's certain perks involved with using this system. If it really turns out to be something that can rival Steam as a platform, that's got to be great for everybody, because Steam has gone unrivaled for so long. They're just sitting there top of the pile, and nobody like really rivals them, so they haven't got to stay competitive. If this really comes in, like maybe Steam might decide to give developers and publishers more of the cut. Maybe Steam might decide to have some sort of digital trading thing in the future. So I really want to see this technology and this site do well, because I want Steam to get better, because at the moment it's not getting better. It's just sitting there flooding their Steam page with all, like, as many games as possible, and I just don't see where Steam has realistically improved over the past few years. So let's hope that this like kicks Steam in the arse and it gets competitive after that. That's what I think about it anyway. So what do you reckon? Are you interested in cashing out or cashing in on Robot Cache? Let us know down in the comments below. Like the video if you've enjoyed it, subscribe if you're new around here. Check out another one of our videos on the screen there. Support us on Patreon if you're awesome. We'll see you again in the next video. Bye for now.